Hello, my name's John Wadsworth. I'm an astrologer, and I'd like to talk in this video about the value of learning astrology, of developing astrological insight as a tool for your life, as a perspective, a way of seeing the world and yourself. I think it's never been more useful in a way to have that perspective now as we transition through these extraordinary times of change. You know, we're going through the most unprecedented change in our history in some ways, I think. And, you know, we have 2012 approaching, and there's just this sense that we are all having to face challenges of authenticity, of integrity, the like of which we've never known before. And astrology meets that challenge beautifully. It always has, perhaps, in some ways. It certainly isn't a new age subject. This is very much an old age subject. This is an old art form that's been around as long as anything's been around. You know, as long as man has looked up to the heavens for inspiration, to find meaning for his life. This is the subject which perhaps underpins all of the so-called esoteric arts. And you find it woven into all those different arts as well. So, I've been studying and learning and teaching and practicing astrology now for over 20 years. I've been professionally seeing clients since 1992, and I've been teaching astrology now for 12 years. And teaching is really the thing I love to do the most, facilitating a journey of understanding. And the way I like to do that, and always have, is experientially. So the courses that I run are experientially based. So we learn about the zodiac, the planets, the houses, the aspects, learning that astrology is clearly much more than just a sun sign that you see in the newspaper and so on. That this is deep, rich embodiment of astrological ideas. And I work with the idea that we carry this astrological knowledge in our body, in our energy field. We carry it with us in our lives, whether we know it or not. So the process of learning astrology for me is really a process of remembering, of literally recovering knowledge that we've always had, but that have maybe just not been aware that we have. Astrology is based so much in common sense, in everyday awareness, but it's an awareness that maybe we've lost in our modern mechanistic, time linear culture, because astrology harks back to an understanding of a life of time cycles, of reality that operates in cycles and spirals on many dimensions, and it incorporates the cosmos, the movements of the planets, the sun and the moon, the movement of our experience of the seasons, and our experience of our own bodies in relationship to the world that we see around us and the heavens as we perceive them. Astrology reminds us of that knowledge, that indigenous wisdom in many ways, that knowledge which is common to indigenous cultures around the world. Doesn't mean they have the same astrology that we do, but they all have some kind of system of knowledge which incorporates nature, which incorporates the cycles of the planets. And astrology, our astrology, the Western astrology, rooted in a tradition which is very ancient, but is continually changing and adapting to meet the needs of the contemporary culture. It can meet us where we are, and of course where we are now is in an incredibly challenging and potentially very dangerous, but also potentially very wonderful and transformational place. And I think that's approaching it with those eyes, with that intention, I think is incredibly helpful for gaining better self-understanding and better understanding of our place within the world. Astrology can meet those questions of, who am I? What am I here for? Where am I going? What's my destiny? It can answer questions about relationship, about home, about the past, about how to heal splits within the family, how to find your own people, how to relate more effectively, how to see the world through different eyes, how to embrace different perspectives, and how to live more fully, more richly, with more imagination, with more metaphorical, mythological, archetypal understanding. And with that comes knowledge, comes wisdom. And it's For me, astrology is a re-enchantment of the imagination. It re-enchants our ability to see life as a living whole, to encounter what comes to meet us in the world, to be able to encounter that with an understanding that things aren't just random. We're not just confronted with random events, that actually there is meaning, there is a meaningfulness to each interaction in our lives. It's not that it's part of a bigger whole. So I'm running an astrology course in Glastonbury for a year. It's a 12-month course running over 7 weekends, starting on the 7th of April 2012 through to April 2013. So an opportunity to learn astrology as we move through this incredible time through 2012. An opportunity to experience yourself. It's a journey of self-development, a journey of self-discovery, a transformational journey inevitably. We work with our own charts primarily, but also the charts of a few friends or people in your life that you know, and you can study them with them as you go through the year. It's an incredibly rich experience. You'll learn an incredible amount, and you're held through the whole year, as well as the 7 weekend workshops, which cover all the basic aspects of astrology, the signs, the houses, the planetary aspects. We have a session on eclipses, on the moon's nodes, and on transits and progressions. We take you through all the basic tools that you need to begin a journey as an astrologer if you choose to, or just to use it in your life with yourself and your friends. So, as I say, it starts in Glastonbury in April in 2012. You can find details on my website, which is www.kairosastrology.co.uk. Thank you.